What's up, y'all? Mark Holmes here. How are you guys doing on this Sunday afternoon? I am happy to be alive with work to do. That's what I live for. You know, a lot of people say, I can't wait to retire. So don't have any worries, don't have to worry about doing nothing. You know what? When I retire, will be them closing the casket up on me. And I'm not sure if that's going to be the case too right there, because I might try and kick that mother humper open because I have to stay busy. I have a body. This is going to sound crazy, but people will say, well, they'll see me limping around because I do limp around a lot. And they'll say, you should sit down. You should take it easy. You should rest. But the thing is, when I stop moving and I sit down for a long period of time, what happens is I get in worse shape when I have to start back up. There was a commercial out there for old people for some medication or something or other. And they basically said, bam, what a body in motion stays in motion, something like that. And kind of like my hair, it's constantly in motion too. But there's a lot to that if I keep moving, I don't notice the pain, because I got a lot of pain between my back, my knees, and everything, and actually both knees and stuff. But when I'm moving and working, I don't really think about it. Or another thing that's funny is somebody will come through and say, oh man, how's your knee? And then it's like all of a sudden I start thinking about it. It's like, oh, fuck. You had to say that. Now I'm thinking about the pain. So as long as I'm moving, I'm good. And I'm happy to continue to be moving. And I'm extremely happy that I'm being productive doing things that people like. And that's getting these racks to you great fans of racks and footballs and Joe Bardies and all that stuff. Because now I feel like my life has meaning. So I've been very, very blessed. And I'm not a rich man. Not even close. I am blessed with friendships and things that I've been able to do in my life. And a lot of that I have to thank my wife for, because she has actually given me lots of different opportunities because of things that she was part of. And I'll forever be grateful for that. The thing I have done that has been really cool is I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of great NFL players. Man of the Year type guys, from guys like Calais Campbell, who was an NFL Man of the Year, or even going to Jason Witten's football camp, I think in 2008, to working with guys like Demario Davis. These are all stand-up individuals, and the thing that's key about guys that understand charity and giving back, they're usually great leaders. And here is where I love seeing what I'm seeing. Understand this. For football players, there really isn't an off season. Yeah, technically the Super Bowl happens. It's the off season until we think about it in September. But see, football, there you go. There's your white and blue in it. Football is still something that you have to be working towards all year round. Because as soon as the season's over, you think about like Amari Cooper getting his foot cleaned out, his ankle and things. You think about Dak doing rehab and getting his body right after his injury and stuff. Tyron Smith, having to deal with getting the neck together and stuff and getting the strength and stuff. So it's literally getting prepared for this stuff. And come tomorrow, OTAs happen. So you don't really have a lot of time as an NFL player to really have off, because once training camp starts, pretty much you get 1 day a week off. We got a whole weekend, and in some cases we got more time than that. And you have to literally be concentrating even when you're not playing football. So now is that time when most football players are thinking about having some fun. We saw Aaron Donald was back in Pennsylvania, at the after hours club. Now, the other guy was in the wrong throwing the bottle at him. Not saying that was wrong or anything, but he's out there having fun because you're getting ready to get back in the grind. You're going to start having these OTAs and working outs and, having to study plays and everything else. So when you get guys like Dak Prescott and a lot of other players too, Jameis Winston, in fact, Dak and Jameis Winston, they're running a camp right now, or Dak is part of Jameis Winston's, and giving back and teaching the future generations. Because the thing that's amazing is, I learned this again because of my wife. They had what was known as Team NFL, and it started out because it was Calais Campbell, Nnamdi Asomugha, the great punt returner. He was a great punt returner for the Cleveland Browns around 2010 or so. I can't think of his name now. And it was a Buffalo Bill, I think George Wilson. They came during the off season, this time of year. They had actually come to Alexandria and were part of actually going on and knocking on doors of at-risk youth. And the thing is when these guys, these at-risk youth, these are guys that were dropping out of school or about to drop out of school, or guys that just weren't focused and they were going in a dead end. When these guys knocked on that door, "Hi, I'm Calais Campbell." Calais Campbell's a mountain of a man, or Nnamdi at the time. Knock on your door and say, "Hi, I'm Calais Campbell or Nnamdi Asomugha or George Wilson, and I play football." These guys' eyes lighten up and their ears tune into everything they say. And this is an enormous power that they have to affect lives and change. Most guys don't get that. Most guys are thinking about, let me go to the strip club and make it rain. And those are the guys that, more times than not, that you can't really count on when shit hits the fan on the football field. They're not necessarily the team leaders, the guys that when shit's going down and you're looking around because you need somebody to calm everybody down, it's the guys that have that natural leader ability. And see, that's where you look at it. Jason Witten, again, who had Tony Romo and Terrence Newman and other players there working with 300-400 kids. They're sowing the seeds for the future. But they're not only doing that, they're also working on that leadership ability of getting people to follow behind it. And that's one of those things that I look at with Dak Prescott, is Dak has always found time to give back. Now, in past years, and it's going to be interesting to see how many ads and commercials and stuff that Dak does, because, Dak was not getting paid like other players were before this contract. And Dak Prescott took his off season away from his family, his grandmother and his uncles and their aunts and uncles and things, to go ahead and do these other things. But even doing that, even though he would rather probably be down there fishing because he's a Louisiana boy that loves some fishing, he still found time to look out for the next generation. And that's truly leadership, and we are truly blessed to have him. So, if you haven't seen some of the pictures of the camp and stuff, that also, one other thing too, lets you know that his healing up is going really, really well. Because from here on out, guys, starting tomorrow, focus needs to go back into OTAs and getting ready for that football season. All right, y'all. I got some more racks I got to get done here. I got 3 of them I got to put together. I got a headphone set I got to do. I've got Mike J. Mike, what the hell's wrong with you, dog? You really trying to make us work. White bass and two-faced? got to be more careful. Oh, I forgot to turn you guys off. Bam. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, I'm going to do what I do. That's busting ass. I'll see you guys later.